Okay, so we are back at the same position that we left yesterday, and we were trying to do the carcasses and getting the gathering skill of apprentice. We are currently level 4. I did some research, so we do need to get to level 10 to actually finish that quest. We do have a quite some path to go, but we also need like the money from selling the flowers to actually craft our crate mule. For this we need about 75-ish silver. We are currently at 50. So this is what we are doing simultaneously. And now we also can gather a new flower. This one we were not able to gather yesterday. This is, what is it called? Flax. Okay. I will put this in the bottom corner again so we can see the progress. We can optimize our process if we go to artisanship. So we already have a green weapon, but here in the bottom, there you can also wear different items that will boost your herbalism. So we're going to keep an eye open after our first one to figure out where to craft those. So did not solve the thing. Like, we found one spider, no? That was like easy carcass thingy. Afterwards, we did not find a single animal to do it. And I'm also not sure what is like good areas yet where to find flowers. Like on top there, that looks like there's a lot here. Damn it. I really need to get used to that. You cancel the process if you use your right mouse to look around. And what I currently like about the game is the fact that doing the herbalism also gives my character experience. If we close that, you can see down here, like we are actually grinding levels while doing this. It's not like extremely fast, but you can do two things at the same time. Maybe we should also exchange the second bag for a herbalism bag. Then we have one normal bag for loot and one for the herbs. Because this one can stack to 43 and this one can only stack to 20. That's the difference. At the moment we still get 2% per flower. But we have to get to level 10 to finish our gathering destiny that we chose at our first destiny to finish. I think like a stack of the flowers was like 2 silver or 1 silver, something like this. So we need quite a couple of them. Oh, down there is another big field. It's a couple too many people. I'm still not getting used to the fact that if you're using the bow, you have to manually face the enemy. Like if you press a skill, it's not automatically facing the enemy. We are in a bit of trouble. Because the only food that I found so far, it's like time-based. Like you have to sit down to regen. And the aggro range of the monsters, like they don't just like easily drop the aggro. Oh, welcome to the stream, Snacks. It's still in alpha, so this is probably not what you will get when it's finished. But so far, it has still some flaws, but I would say nothing that's like not fixable or anything that's like inherently wrong with the game. Like I would say it's not really intuitive. It does not have like a quest line to get you through the early game, to understand the game. Like it has that Destiny system that is like trying to do that, but yeah, it's a lot of trial and error. I'd better learn the game now in the alpha and in the beta that are going to come than learning it on release and being like behind like forever. Yeah, we are close to level 5. Once we reach level 5, we're gonna go back to city to sell some of the flowers that we gathered to check like the value we get per hour, so we can do our craft our mule. This was the area with the bears. Oh. Upon death, some carried materials are lost. Others remain in your ash pile at the site of your death, either reclaimed or stolen by another player. Dying also incurs experience debt. Any future experience you earn will go towards this debt until it is repaid. You can revive at a nearby active Ember Spring you attuned Ember Spring, or a cleric can resurrect you at the spot where you fell. Okay, so you lose 6% experience. Is it marked where we left? Where we died? Oh, and we lost a lot of our materials from that, okay. I see. Okay. Um, we have to be a bit smarter. 1 second. Like, how can you check spawns of the stuff? So where are we at? So we are right next to that thing over here. So the best spawn of the stuff, if I'm checking that map correctly, is before that river. So right here. Okay, so let's go there. We got a new thing to upgrade. Oh, on the weapon. We're gonna go with the snare here. This will allow us to make it easier to kite. Here's already the flower starting. So that map is actually quite decent. Like I found a heat map that shows all the gathering spawns. We just have to be careful that we don't die again. I didn't know that you lose also the materials that you gathered. But say I think like for casual players, it's not as nice if you have like high punishments on death. But I personally feel like that death feels more meaningful if you get punished, and you play the game differently if you know that there's actually a punish. Okay, so maybe we should also set up like a proper order of where we want to flange. And this is also like I played a lot of Diablo hardcore, Diablo 3 and 4, and I don't know, like it just makes the game a lot more enjoyable. I could also imagine that if you maybe exclude PvP devs in the game, that like at some point when the game gets a bit stale, they can do a hardcore mode with it. Similar to like Diablo, WoW hardcore, something like this. That would keep lots more people engaged. But I think some of the experiences for crafts and stuff, if you would play that game hardcore, would have to be increased. Oh, there's a spider, but I think that's like a damage one. No? So if you see like an animal that has like a tree name and not like a red name, so those you cannot fight, but you can, no? Okay, it's not working. I don't know. I think it was buggy with the fishing skill somehow. We're probably gonna have to gather the flowers for a while, no? Until we unlock the money to get the crate. Mule. And that one we were able to craft it at the stable. Still really curious what they're going to do against bots. Because if you get attacked, you will not get like it doesn't stop you from doing it. Like it's really easy, like no mini games or whatever. Huh? Or if it's going to be like you I don't know, like kill the bots to get their materials. Because what we learned is the materials drop. They still didn't get that the location of death was not marked on the map, no? Like I didn't even know, I don't even know, I probably should have looked there and said I marked myself. Okay, so the durability is getting lower of the sickle. We still have to figure out how to repair. Oh. This area is also a bit more lenient with the mobs where we were first. The mobs were level 6, 7 and we are only level 5. And I also forgot to use our oh shit button here where we can go into stealth. this is also most likely what I'm going to play as like a combination, like the longbow dagger. So you have range and stealth. So like a range assassin. It's probably going to be the playstyle. Maybe they need to make like gathering starting at the point when PvP also starts. We're already back at 50%. So the leveling is not that slow. Oh, we got a legendary default. Curious what that's going to be worth. And rarity also looks pretty standard. Like you go from white, green to blue to purple to yellow-ish for legendary. Class-based game, right? Many different playstyles. It's not class-based. I would call it like weapon-based. So, like, I am a I'm like a ranger with a bow. And when I go with my weapons, like I can equip like two weapons, no? Like the bow and the dagger would also be like flexible, no? So the combination of the weapons that you're choosing is basically determining what class you have, what skills you have access to, and so from what I've seen so far, you can also switch it up. So at the first I was like longbow and spear, and then after I completed some quests, I was able to change the spear to a dagger. So I think it's going to be similar to Throne of Liberty that I played, where you would level up like two weapons to max, and then you would exchange one of those two weapons for a new one and start leveling that up. And this would give you some variety to like quickly change like skills depending on the content that you want to do. Like for example, for me, there was like different weapon combos that I would rather play in PvP, others I would rather play in PvE, and it was like really, that was like interchangeable. So I think when Ashes of Creation had its ideas, they were quite unique. But nowadays, like lots of MMOs already implemented ideas that they had, or yeah, just were like quicker. And I don't think that this public approach of letting all the people participate in the MMO is doing them a favor. Like when they started doing it, I was like, oh, so cool, you can follow the development, no? But I think they let people be engaged in the development too early, and that allowed a lot of like negative sentiment also towards the game. Because so it's 8 years now in development. Like the quality is not looking that good. Like there's lots of things that need to be like greatly improved. But for me, I don't know. Like I don't play games for the graphics, but I think like for PvP, this graphic would be more than fine. For PvE, it feels a bit low. Like, I don't know, it looks like this is wind that is hovering it, no? But I don't know. Like, it does not look real enough and not fake enough at the same time. So I think if they would have like a little bit different art style that would make it more abstract, that would be good. But they're like trying to go into like a really realistic world that, yeah, didn't go too well, I think. But also, like, I always have to keep in mind, like, I don't want to bash the game. Like, it's still an alpha. And from the release schedule that I was looking at, they have this Alpha 2 version. Then they're going to do with Beta 1 and Beta 2, and then it will be released. And if I'm informed correctly, or like I was watching some YouTube videos, and they're saying that in the end of February-ish, they will do the first beta. So I think it's decent to get like some experience in the game to then when the beta is coming out to like actually be playing it. Because right now I would say there's still the risk of like a wipe and stuff like this, no? So you don't want to dump like 1,000,000 hours in here. But like getting to understand the basics, I think, is already worth it. But, oh, perfect timing to go level 6, huh? Okay, so let's see how much experience we're getting now for one flower. So it was 2%, right? Didn't pay too much attention. I'm also curious, like there's so many different skills, no? You need level 10 to just become an apprentice. So from novice to apprentice, so there's going to be more gaps. I would be really curious if it's similar to like RuneScape, where like the first time when you wanted to get to level 100 or something, like people couldn't, how to say it, like they couldn't do it. There was like so much time involved, but also like an actual benefit, no? Like stuff that you like best in slot items were craftable this way, you know, like there was like a real benefit. Nowadays, modern MMOs, they often have like a crafting system and stuff like this, but it's rarely ever like best in slot gear. It's like providing utility, stuff like this. Okay, okay. Okay, so we almost lost our stuff again. I want to ride back quickly to sell first. And I think I should also do one of those rations. Just to be a bit more secure. Is this full release yet? Your first welcome to the stream, Nil. No, this is currently alpha state, but it is on Steam, so you can how to say it? Like everyone can play. You don't need like an invite or whatever. You can just sign up for an Intrepid account, then link the Intrepid account to the Steam account, and then purchase it. It's currently like 50-ish bucks. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure if it's worth the money yet. But so far, I'm like not regretting that I purchased it. Yeah, of course it will be wiped. Like it, the official release date is not announced, but every progress that you put in now will 100% be wiped. Which is also, which yeah, makes perfect sense now. Would only purchase it if that like is fine for you and you just want to get like some experience for the game and see if it is what you would expect when it's coming out, to maybe check if it's worth dumping so many hours in. I think I'm gonna keep that one here. Maybe we need it for something. So then I saw that the durability is low, but I don't know yet how to actually increase that, like how to repair a broken durability. Items can be repaired by vendors. So I'm at the vendor. Where is this? Here's the repair button. Okay. Well, it costs 2 silver. Okay, so if it's probably, if it doesn't have the durability, it's probably not giving you the gathering speeds again. I guess that's how it works. Okay, so we are 15 gold away from being able to craft our mule. Then we can do our first trade run to see what that is like. Yeah, I can understand if people want to wait for full release. If I didn't plan on like creating content for the game, I would also be honest that I would probably not like full play it. I would just like check if it's worth waiting for me or not. But yeah, like how to say it, like if you want to do guides, now you should know the game that you're talking about. And for Throne and Liberty, the reason why so many people like the guides and why I had like some of the top click guides on like the external websites where you could do written guides was because I was playing Korea for like half a year. And then when the Western release came, I basically put all the knowledge from Korea into guides, and that was, I would say, like the feedback on the guides was really positive. And it also helped to grow my channel. Like with Throne and Liberty, I managed to go over the 10K subscriber gap, and after that, it felt like growing YouTube was a lot easier once you managed to go over this hurdle first, especially if you're only doing it as a hobby after work. There's something red. What is that? Oh, is that someone died here? And I can steal it? It looks like the death thing. Why can I not steal it? It's not working. Huh. I really thought that we are cashing out there. Here we got a new box. We are losing the longbow. That was a massive upgrade. Maybe I should have done that earlier. 447. Okay, so dexterity. So it's not like many games that have like an assassin or a bow. They will go like full dex, fine. No? Here, my feeling is that you will have to balance strength and dex as a bow user. Because like the dex you use to get your crit rate up, and the strength you use to get like higher damage out of the crits that you're doing. Let's see if we can catch up here. It's this area over here, yeah, we are back. This is where we have the good spawns. Here's the bear again. In real life, I would already be terrified if a bear is that close. Like I only saw a bear once in real life, and we were in a canoe and he was on the other side. Like the chance that that bear would have gotten us was quite low, but I was still scared because when the bear saw us, he charged into the water and he began swimming to us. And back then I was still young and that was in Canada, and yeah, pretty scary experience. So what's also, I would say, missing for me at the moment is like a pet. The loot, you have to actually manually go and pick it up, and I hate that in games. Like I much rather prefer a pet that goes and picks up the loot. So I'm curious if they're going to add it, or if this is maybe something that they're going to put into the cash shop, so they can like keep their no pay to win strategy with like the monthly payment and have like some quality of life in an extra shop. Okay, so I think the combat only felt so weird at the start because I was not doing my novice stuff in the Destiny correctly and getting the 400 damage weapon, because like that was like what, 300% increased damage, that change? It's quite a lot. Oh, there's, looks like there's a special flower again. Let's see if you're already high enough level to do it. Okay, for this, okay, so for the red one and the blue one, we need the certificate. The white one, that was flags, and we could craft it, gather it. Okay, rune. Let's see what that does. It's a mystical artifact that empowers scribes to infuse scrolls with potent enchantments for weapons, armor, and accessories. Okay. So similar like other games. I really hope that the game is able to make different builds in the same weapons viable. So when we were playing Throne and Liberty, every weapon set I would say had like one meta build that was like far superior than other builds, and that made it feel a bit stale. Also, yeah, in terms of having like a unique character. And here you have lots of different paths, no? That's the flux that we can gather already. I think once we reached level 3 we were able to gather this. Oops. Accidentally moved. Okay, so now we got a new level, so that means we can level up on our archetype. So let's see what we got here. Snipe. Apply shaken. What is shaken? Never heard that in a game. Be a trap. Spawn a trap at the target location with arms after 1 second. When enemy triggers the trap to take 50% physical damage and become rooted. I think we're gonna go with that trap. So then we can kite the mob in there and have more time to do our range things. Because our range attacks are currently a lot stronger than our melees, because we don't have like a decent dagger yet. Yeah, we are close to level 7. When we hit level 7, we're gonna go sell again. So let's see how this trap works. Yeah, I would say. With the new bow, like I figured out how to like roll. Oh, here, this is... Wait, is that the one that... Maybe not. Like here in this one. I still don't get how I did it this one time. Like, how did I... How was I able to gather this? I thought like the ones with the blue names are the ones that you can hunt. So most of the low-level mobs are dropping Clint. I know I said at level 7 we want to go sell, but here's still like a big field. I want to finish that field first. Gather many things to craft much stuff, that's right. So I'm currently, so the game has like a system, it's called Destinies, that shows you around the early game. And I'm currently trying to finish this gatherings part here. And for that, we need to reach level 10 in Herbalist Gathering. And while we are doing this, or did I sell my mule? I was actually planning to craft a mule, but I think I sold it or I lost it on that. Okay, so that trap, I really like it. The whole time it felt like we don't have enough CC, you know, to be kiting properly, but the trap, with our current damage, it's enough to play comfortably. Okay, so we're gonna go back to sell. One second, someone is at the door, I'll be right back. I'm back. We need to do one more round, then we can craft the mule for the crate. Hmm. I have to figure out where to find them. Okay. So it says if you are in low-level areas. Does that work? We go to this one? No, no. I don't know. Still haven't figured that fully out yet.
I just want to give you guys a heads up of where the best places are to find these docile grims. The best place right now, 100%, is going to be, excuse me for that, it's going to be right down here, just south of Lionhold in this little area. I think you can even find a quest off the commission board to come down here and kill some of these grim. And the grim down here are very timid at what's in their name.
Okay. Okay, so we do have a location now for the carcasses. But we're gonna finish the herbalist first, and then we're gonna do the hunting. I would like to be able to track progress bars for hunting somewhere here, so you can look at your progress while you're grinding. Okay. Certainly found another herb that we cannot gather. There's actually quite a lot of things that we already found that we are too low yet, no? We got 2 stacks so far. Oh, I didn't. I thought when you kill a mob, it instantly switches the aggro to the next one, but that's apparently not the case. Destiny objective completed. Okay. Yeah, I've got my horse. Horse? Here it is. No, 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 no. Okay. That didn't go too well. Let's see. If we can get some stuff back there. So once we get level 8, we're gonna go back to town and sell. Okay. I think now we should be ready to craft our mule. Purchase that mule. And then I think it was over here, right? Yep. Okay. So that 30-minute wait time I will use to walk the dog and cook something for lunch. I will be repair that so I don't forget this. And then afterwards I will turn on the stream again and we're gonna check out our first mule crate run. Summoning a mule will end PvP protection. Okay, good to know. So maybe